Ghana indeed is a blessed country. A lot of people has a lot of things to say about Ghana. I'm going to be sharing a particular prophecy a man of God, I think this man of God is from Nigeria, had to say about the country Ghana. Please watch this video from the beginning to the end. Like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel.
Congratulations to the nation of Ghana. Ghana has done well. Ghana is going to become, you see, Ghana, Rwanda, they are going to become two nations that the African continent will learn from. The man that they have elected as the president, in his heart and what God has shown me, the man is ready to bring stability to the nation.
When I saw this, let me tell you people something. When I saw this, that's his president's, let me first of all start with calling him his real name and deserved title. This is, in case you don't know, His Excellency, the Imperator, the King of Kings, the King of Africa, the President of Africa, and the President of the Gold Coast. This is President John Dramani Mahama. Well, that is him, engaging in community services. When you have a president like this, why wouldn't you be free? He is fit. Wait, hold on. In case you think this is him just trying to show off that he's a humble person, please take my pictures. Let me tell you what even Ghanaians don't know. Because I did psychology and, all this psychology and this, a thing about the mind. Let me tell you what this man is doing to himself. First of all, this president, while Nigerian presidents eventually get older, despite the money they've stolen, they get older and then they die disgracefully. Everyone can see what happened to Buhari, right? And then they die disgracefully, begging for forgiveness and all those, This president engages in activities that makes him younger and youthful. I'm talking about the exercise part. Now, let me tell you what this man is doing here that will shock a great number of you. Let me start by expressing this very theory. First of all, humility is not righteousness. It's not morality. It is a mental therapy for you to be on guard, stand on guard. I've said this a number of times. A number of people have learned this, yeah? So let me get to this. Now, for you to have an advantage and benefit of being on guard, mental guard is everything. You can never fall prey to anything. You must have to be humble. And for you to remain humble against all odds, what do I mean by odds? Now, the situation is, it is very natural that the more you progress, the more you elevate, the more the bond between you and your humble activities tend to secede. So you must have to engage in an activity that would always remind you of where you're coming from. You must engage in an activity that would make your bond with your humble self become stronger. And what do? Those activities you see, those normal activities, for example, even there's water in my house, and if there's no water and I want to pay, for example, I'm supposed to pay for water to be fetched for me and all this. I'll go to the stream. I'll engage in some of these chores, like no matter what, I clean, I wash clothing, everyone's clothing. You see those things you tend to do, no matter how high you think you've gotten. No matter the fact that you have a great number of people that you can pay, or to the fact that you're tall above them, For example, I have worked as a civil servant for ages, at least 10, 12 years, and I was employed as a senior civil servant. But there are situations I find myself doing a junior staff stuff. Like in a situation where such a person is not available, I can clean my office, I can mop my office, I can fetch water from down up. It never takes anything away from my salary. It never takes anything away from my title. It never takes anything away from my degrees. It never takes anything away from my good looks. It never takes anything away from my intelligence. Neither does it take anything away from my eloquence. It never takes it. Rather, it adds to my health. Rather, it adds to my mental alertness, which is the ingredient needed for you to be humble and be totally on guard. You see all the advantages. So you don't see this thing as something that is moral, something that is righteousness. Oh, he's trying to be sanctimonious. He's trying to be... No! This is not you trying to impress people or prove something. This is you knowing certain things. Ode to knowledge. You see, lack of knowledge indeed destroys a nation. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. But when you're knowledgeable, there are things you'll be doing, and a number of people will think, oh, he's just doing this because, or maybe he doesn't know. He knows. He's still doing it for his own benefit. It's for your... Everything you do is actually for your own benefits. But the process you go through, don't go through to benefit yourself at the moment, only to discredit yourself and to put yourself to disadvantage afterward. For example, to help yourself, to love yourself directly, becomes your own disadvantage afterward. It becomes your own disadvantage afterward, because Dr. Doolittle would always say something, and everyone that is masterful with mental therapy will tell you that to truly love yourself, you must find a route through loving other people. You must love other people to prove you love it. That's the meaning of love your neighbor as yourself. It doesn't mean love yourself first before you love your... It means that to love yourself, you must go through the route of loving your neighbor. It is only in doing good, in giving care to others, that we truly care for ourselves, which means we don't go directly to care for ourselves.
I don't see 4, I see 8. The dollar will skyrocket but eventually stabilize. They will go high, but eventually I saw it stabilize. I saw a lot of restrictions on the mining sector. restrictions. The next one, I saw this one last 2 years. Investors rush back to Ghana. I saw investors. So guys, get ready this year. Anything you are doing on your own, those of you who are owning your own businesses, get ready. Be pray about it. And then you write your business proposals, drop them on the altar. Write it down. Drop anything you are doing. You can get the contacts, investors. All right, drop them on the altar. I saw them rushing to Ghana, and then you will push them like a swamp of bees, and they will come to this nation and be a blessing. I saw. I love this one. I saw Ghana sitting under a big tree. The whole nation under a big tree, and it was ripe with mango, and the fruit was falling, and we were all picking it. When we said the whole nation Ghana, you black a CBA dog. I said mango dia. Now mango look at the top. I am ripe, and you know so. I feel when you see at the back Ghana for some. Lots of blessings. I'm telling you, lots of things are right in the spirit. Lots of things are right, and I saw it come down mightily. So much. Get ready this year. Yamen Sabere Kesia is Ghana Bagana so. One famous movie star in Kumasi has a dark year name with health. Let them pray. Those holy people, they have to pray again this year. And I saw a lot of people, next one, going to prison from September.
So I was intimated on a video that came out to talk about 3 African presidents that are doing really good in their respective societies and upholding the reputation of Africa as a whole. Of course, they mentioned the president of Ghana, that's number 1. Of course, they mentioned the president of Burkina Faso, that's Ibrahim Traore, Imperator. Now they also mentioned the president of South Africa. See, listen, I'm sorry guys, I'm not a prophet, but when I say things, understand that most of the things I tell you people, I don't need the internet to see those things. I am spoken to in my room. Let me put it this way, I don't want to sound spiritual. God talks to me. God talks to me. I'm not a righteous person, but God talks to me. How does God talk to you? Let me deviate a little bit. God talks to everybody. You don't have to be special. No one is special. God even talks to you. But you are distracted by your desires, by outside desires. You're distracted. You play distractions, so you distract yourself from hearing God's voice that continually talks to you. All you have to do is deviate from all these external distractions. Come to yourself for a while, and you see the level of insight that will be coming into your head. You'll be shocked at yourself. In fact, sometimes they talk to me that I begin to laugh when those things are done, or those things whenever I assess, because God talks to everyone. It's now left for you to assess what has been spoken. He speaks every single time. His words never ceases. Do you understand? It's now left for you to assess those speeches, to assess the realm where you can always download those speeches. So the moment I find myself assessing certain things, I begin to laugh like a madman. I begin to laugh, and my relatives are like, "What's happening to this guy?" I was like, "No, you don't." And what makes you understand that this is voice from God is because it begins to resolve certain challenges. It's multitasking and resolving certain challenges. What am I trying to say in essence? Let me tell you something. The funny thing is that when such emphasis were made based on John Dramani of Ghana, Ibrahim Traore, and the South African president, the comment section showed a Nigerian that said, "Well, Tinubu is richer than all of them." Nigerians, I curse you people. I curse you people. You people are cursed. You people are senseless.
God bless Ghana. God bless the people of Ghana. God bless the president of Ghana. God give him more wisdom to rule over this country. A lot of prophecies have been said in the past about Ghana. A lot of people have something good to say about this country. When I tell you people that God actually dwells in this country, believe me, God actually dwells in this country. Because how can the prophets be seeing something good about the country? Nothing negative, but good things are always following the good people of Ghana. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel also if you've not. The Ghanaian youths have finally postponed the protest, and I don't know when else is going to be holding. I don't know if they're going to be coming out to protest against the Nigeria Must Go again. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you actually think about this Nigeria Must Go and Ghana saga that is going on the internet? Not just Nigerians, even South Africa has finally joined Ghanaians to start chasing Nigerians away from their country. But all the same, no matter what we do as Nigerians, I've always been saying it here on my channel, let's watch out for our fellow Nigerians, because the actions you take today affect your fellow Nigerians. So that is the reason why you should be able to do something good and meaningful in a particular country that you reside in.